What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, YouTube? That was a lot. Sorry, everybody. That was a lot. How's it going, y'all? It was 8 what's ups, according to Peter Martin. How's it going, y'all? My name's Adam Ennis. That's Bob DeBoo. That's Caleb Kirby. We are here. We are ready to practice. We are working on ways to stop playing the bar line. We will start this session, I should say, in about 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Let me know where in the world you are practicing from. We are in gorgeous St. Louis, Missouri. It's a bit hot, I'm gonna be honest, for September. Like I'm wanting it to be autumn. I'm ready for it. Trying to invoke it. Come on through. Put in the comments where you are. I'm in St. Louis. Where you at? Let me know. What's up, D. Skinner? Hello. What's happening?
Adam, if you could put your handbill up just a little bit for me, please.
Can't do. Can't do.
All right.
Not gonna happen.
Repeat the question.
What's up? Do you guys care if you see my eyes or not? No, no one cares. Vancouver's in the house. Croatia's in the house. Italy's in the house. What's up, Frank, dude? What's up, Prague? Vladimir from Serbia. What's going on, my friend? Amsterdam is here. New Zealand's here? Zeke, I almost went to it, to the accent. You're so lucky I didn't. Denmark is in the house. What's going on, everybody? Let me know where you're at. This is our first Wednesday. Well, this is my first Wednesday. Peter Martin, who's sitting right over there, by the way, he does these all the time. He'll be here next Wednesday. Holland is present. That's very nice. Nigeria is in the house. What's going on? Winston is in New Jersey. What's up, Winston? Kenya is in the house. What's up, James? What's up, Trinidad? What's up, Bosnia? Blake is deep in the heart of Texas. That's where Bob's from too. He's from like the artery, the main. What's the main artery? The valve. That's where he's from. The valve. If you're from the heart. Svetog is from northern Norway. Bjorn is from Hastings, UK. Namibia's in the house. What's going on, Minden? Oh, East Meadow, New York. What's going on, Wendy? Not at a piano. That's okay. You can watch this later. This will be up indefinitely. Indefinitely. Nope, no eyes. No eyeballs, Wendy. You can see the baby blue some other time. Bob Matzo, what's going on? Again, Trinidad is in the house. Winston says, if this is about playing over the bar line, that is great, and I can't wait. Winston, that's exactly what this is about. We just had a short that we released on Monday that's really kind of blown up, and so we're going to explore that in more depth. And by the way, we've got a live rhythm section today, so hit the like button for the live rhythm section alone. There's only 18 likes here. Come on, folks. Let's spread the word. This is going to be good. You're going to have fun. You're going to play with Bob and Caleb here. The Hague. That's one of the cities where it's a the. I like those cities. The Hague. The Hong Kong. No, not likely. Indonesia's in the house. Mexico's in the house. Strong Island. Again, Nigeria. We'll give you another one. LA is here. Belgium is here. Virginia Beach. Never heard of it. Caleb says, never heard of LA. Get out of town. DC's in the house. Hey, what's up, Bethany? Thanks for joining us here on a Wednesday. I'm usually on Friday mornings, but I'm here on Wednesday. We've got 1 minute and 16 seconds. And we got a nice big room. Meta says, what's happening with the loop? Are you talking about the area in St. Louis, or what are you talking about? Poland is in the house. Portugal is in the house. Brazil, Toronto, Antelope, California, Finlandia, Durham, North Carolina. What's going on? Peter, Poland, France, Germany, Instagram.
How did you know that?
Deboo! I could tell by the look on your face. You're on IG. Greetings to the bass and drums. That's right. We've got a live bass player and drummer here, and they are going to be playing a pretty great chord progression. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Brazil's here. Armenia is here. Oh, Jason's in South St. Louis. Hello, Jason. I love some South St. Louis. That's where my peeps are from. We play in South St. Louis every Thursday night. Join us at Sippy in South St. Louis every Thursday night. This trio. Atlanta's in the house. Russia's in the house. Argentina's in the house. Trying to get to everybody. Germany, India, people from all over the globe are here. Thank you all for being here. Our timer has run out, and so it is time to work on what we're working on, which is to stop playing over the bar line. Winston was right. We are working on playing over the bar line. Stop playing the bar line. Stop phrasing things as if the bar line is a real barrier. It's not a barrier. It's merely something that's expressed on a page of sheet music. It's not real. It's an illusion. It's not real. And so, but some players can improvise and they stick very squarely within a bar line. We're going to practice ways that you might get out of that and just explore some new sounds for you called playing over the bar line. There's some definite ways that we can do that. So here's what we're going to be practicing today. We're going to be practicing eighth notes in groups of 3. So eighth notes are an even number of notes in a bar of 4/4. So there are, of course, 8 notes of eighth notes in 4/4, right? So when we group these notes that are usually in groupings that are even into odd groupings, like 3, they don't line up to the bar line, to the measure. So this gives us this feeling of being a little bit unsettled, but we still have a structure in that we're going to do a pattern of 3 notes, right? So it's kind of this great feeling of we're unsettled, but we're settled, right? It's the humanity of music that makes it great. Same thing, eighth note triplets in groups of 4. Triplets famously, in their name, are in groups of 3. Dot, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to do those in groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It gives us this feeling of a completely different time signature placed over a time signature. And then we're going to do 16th notes in groups of 5. And again, similar thing, 16th notes, there's 16 in a bar of 4/4. If we do them in an odd number, like, I mean, you can do them in 3, you can do them in 5, you can do them in groups of 7. All of that is going to give us this feeling of not lining up to the bar line, which again, like our egos, is an illusion. Okay, here we go. Thank you for the rant. Let's work on our first group here. So we're going to start by putting things in the bar line, because how do you know what's what unless you know what's been? So here's eighth notes in groups of 2. Now we've got a pretty hip little chord progression here. I've got an A major 7. I've got a G minor 7. I've got an F minor 7. And I've got a C minor triad. What we're going to do is play each of those chords for 1 bar. And then we're going to play our eighth notes in groups of 2 so you can hear how it sounds if it were square. And I want you, again, to play with me. This is a guided practice session. You are meant to play with our rhythm section. So there might be times where I drop out and I leave it to you. And don't stop playing. Keep going, because this is all about you. This is some you time. Before we do that, shall we take a big deep breath before we play anything? One big deep breath. Biggest deep breath you've had all day. Here we go. Don't cheat yourself on the exhale. All right, I'm ready. Let's try it. We're just going to set up the chord progression first, and then we're going to hit the top line. So just here are the chords. Here's what it's going to sound like. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's try our eighth notes in groups of 2. Now notice I'm using a C minor pentatonic scale here. I'll be using this scale all session. Try it. You got it. Now there's nothing wrong with this. This isn't wrong or bad. It sounds really good, actually. And this is one way that we can phrase some eighth notes. It's good to get this in our ear as sort of the control. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Let's hear what this would sound like, though, if instead of eighth notes in groups of 2, we did the same C minor pentatonic scale, and we did groups of 3, like this. Check it out. 3 and 4 and. Again, the same scale. Isn't that great? Try it again. Play with me. Again. You got it. Keep going. Listen to the meta rhythms. One more time, one more time. So one thing that I want you to notice in these odd groupings of usually even notes is that it creates what we're going to call a meta rhythm. So in this case, the top note of this phrase, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, every time we reset those groupings of 3, that rhythm, if we were to play it by itself, is a dotted quarter note rhythm that takes it over the bar. And when we accent kind of at the top of the phrase architecture, right? If we're thinking about, or geography, however you want to think about it, like we naturally would. It's usually how most people phrase. It gives us this feeling of a dotted quarter note. Let me show you what I mean. Can we play it one more time? 2, 3, and just the top notes. That gives you this incredible feeling, again, of being like, oh, well, this is a different, it's almost like we're layering this dotted quarter note feel, this pulse of dotted quarter notes, over the layering of regular quarter notes. It's an incredibly powerful tool for improvisation, and it can really take something as basic as a pentatonic scale played in eighth notes and make it sound amazing, like this, make it sound, really unexpected and very, very satisfying. Let's check out what this would sound like with the same groupings of 3, but instead of playing all the notes, one of the eighth notes in the 3 is a rest. So we actually have this weird thing where there's kind of 2 played eighth notes, but it's in a group of 3. There's one that's a rest, and it still gives us this kind of dotted quarter note feel, but it feels like we're playing phrases of 2. Let's try this. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, and. How great is that? Try it again. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. If this is too fast for you, don't worry. We're just going to do this just for a second, but I want you to hear what this would sound like a little bit faster, because this is really where it becomes effective. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect tempo. And you can do this with any part of the scale. Isn't that awesome? So that is eighth notes that are in groups of 3, but one of those 3 notes is a rest, and it gets this whole other sense here. Hey, how about it for Bob DeBoo on the bass and Caleb Kirby laying down some incredible grooves for you as you practice today. It's pretty special, huh? One other thing that I want to tell you about, make sure that you download the PDF. There's a beautiful PDF of everything that we're working on, all of these exercises, even the ones that are even, in the description. So you can download that. That's yours, free to take with you today. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe here on Open Studio. We are going to go live for the time being every Wednesday at this time. So subscribe, put the bell on so that you get notified when we're going to be here, because it is going to be alternating Peter Martin and yours truly, Adam Manis, here every Wednesday. Okay, there's more to this, though. There is much, much more to this. So we have our ace in groups of 3. But speaking of groups of 3, what about triplets? So here are triplets in groups of 3. Now, triplets naturally are in groups of 3, so they're going to sound square. It's going to kind of almost sound like a reel or something, you know, an Irish reel. Let's check this out. Here, we're going to slow it back down. 1, 2, da 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 da. Again, C pentatonic scale, minor. Again. Again. Okay, this is it's not bad. It's just very square. Dun, da, 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 da. After a while, it's like we're just emphasizing the quarter note. Again, nothing wrong with that, but it can get a little repetitive. So keep it going, guys. What if, instead of that, what if we put these triplets in groups of 4 so that we're emphasizing a really odd number of beats? You're gonna love this. Check this out. If you've never done this work, this is important stuff. Here we go. 1, 2, da 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 da. Isn't that amazing? That's not it. This is the difference between the 3 and the 4 is incredible. Try it again. 3 and... Amazing. Amazing. Keep going. Keep it going. You got it. You got it. And notice that this fits within a bar. It's technically not over the bar, but it is over the half note in a really cool way. One more time. Check it out. All right, keep it going, guys. Keep it going. So check this out. Again, oh, Jukebox Odysseys, you know me too well. Bonus points if one of those in the 4 is a rest. That is exactly where we're headed. Hold on, not there yet. There yet. So these are triplets, still in groups of 4, but now every 4th triplet is a rest. And this still gives us this feeling of being off kilter, but it kind of makes for these phrases of 3. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. 1, 2, dot, 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 dot. Play it with me here. 3, 4. got it. Have at it. And you might explore around here. Last time. Now, I love what Bethany says here. We are live, by the way, if you're watching this later. So Bethany says, I like how you accent the top, in parentheses, last note of the group. And again, Bethany, so that's a very typical thing that can happen where we are accenting at the top geographically. You hear this in bebop like all the time. It's part of. It's how bebop gets that sort of like ebb and flow. Same thing is happening here. Just geographically, it's natural to our ears to kind of accent the top of it. You don't always need to do that, but it can be a really easy way, especially with the way the human hand is shaped at a piano. Whatever is kind of the top note geographically of the phrase, you can accent and get that sort of like bob and weave jab kind of feel. Thank you for that, Bethany. Okay, next up are 16th notes. Now, 16th notes, of course, that's an even number, so they fit 16 to a bar of 4/4. And so typically you might think of these in groups of 2, 4, 8, or 16. Let's try it here in the basic 4 going up on a pentatonic scale. This is something, again, this is not bad, this sounds great, and a lot of great players, including people like, Chick Corea, McCoy Tyner, have done this exact kind of thing, these groups of 4. Sounds awesome. It's just one way, and we're going to talk about a different way that you might approach that. Let's try it. 1, 2, One thing technically I'll say for this, I'm putting my thumb at the bottom of each of these groups of 4. Literally my thumb is walking up the C minor pentatonic scale. It's an easy way to get this. Right? If you can do this, you can play this. Because once you get your thumb, even on the black keys, it's cool. Check it out. Then you just roll up your hand. You can certainly use your second finger on the black keys. It's going to sound good. It's going to be really smooth. But don't be afraid to put your thumb on a black key every once in a while either. The nice thing about this is you can fly with this. You can really get fast. Try it again. I'm just messing with Caleb at that point. I'm laying it back. Did you see his face though? Keep going, guys. Keep going, guys. Caleb's face when I started D'Angeloing it was not happy. All right, last one. So again, what if we played our 16th notes here in groups of 5? But we're gonna skip ahead and make one of them in a 16th note rest. So there are 5 16th notes in these phrases. Just one of them is not played. And this gives us an incredible feel. It really does give it an incredible feel. Let's check it out here. 1, 2, 1, 2, da 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 da. You got it. You got it. Keep it going. Keep it going. And experiment with this. You can move it around a little bit. Maybe try it going down. Okay, let's have a little bit of free play. I want you to experiment. Maybe just try to take a solo over these changes using a C minor pentatonic scale. And I want you to really mess with triplets, eighth notes, and see if you can do on the beat, off the beat, doing groups of 2, groups of 4, groups of 3, groups of 5. See if you can really have fun with this. Go up your instrument, go down your instrument, and see if you can. At first, it's going to feel like you're kind of forcing that in, and that's natural, especially in a guided practice session like this. But let's have a few times through of just free play, seeing if you can make it happen. You got it. 2, 1, 2, 3. Two more times. Last time. Have fun. Hey, get up for the great Bob the Boo on the bass, the amazing Caleb Kirby on the drums, laying down the beautiful grooves for you for this entire guided practice session. Again, we are live here on YouTube every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, so join us next week for Peter Martin, who will be back here live on YouTube. I will take any questions or comments or criticisms or insults that you got right now. So anybody in the chat, if you want to put them up there, let's work on some stuff. Any questions? I'm going to see if there's anything in the chat. Mr. Nachdukir says, great exercises for the pentatonic scale as well, even besides these specific rhythms. Yeah, I chose that for a reason because it sounds really good, but also it's good to be able to do these on that scale. Really nice muting by the bassist. Shout out to Bob the Boo for the muting. Swinging drums. Shout out to Caleb for the swinging drums. The rhythm section is so good. Agreed. A lot of love for the rhythm section. Medard. Most of the time I was playing like a C minor 7 of some sort, putting some extensions on there for sure. Ryan says, now do it in all 12 keys. Exactly. You got it. You got it. Super funky with the live bass. Agreed. We do these trio guided practice sessions on Open Studio Pro every Thursday and have been doing it for months. And they're so much fun. So much fun. Mike says, the subdivision concept is so calculus, though, not going to lie. That's why it's kind of like, it's almost better not to read it, but to try to feel it. You know what I mean? Like just breaking it down to the rhythm. Like if you were to think about like the eighth notes in groups of 3. Can you guys play that groove again? 1, 2, 3, and da, 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 da. rhythm or tap the rhythm somewhere. Thinking about like that and feeling it in your body. Rhythm is meant to be dance. Or the triplets, like in 4. Da do do 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 da do do. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. Or the 16th notes in 5. Da 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 da. I'm gonna dance now. You know what I mean? Kind of makes your shoulders tweak a little bit. Cool. Thank you guys. Wendy says, thank you, Bob and Caleb. Definitely breathes extra life into this. It sure does. Oh, nice. Loving this. Never thought I'd be able to sound like this. Yeah, Rocco. Making sure that I'm getting to all these. Jukebox Oddity says, when is a good moment to go outside the keys bar-wise? So that's a great question. And I think you had a follow-up down here. I'm just going to make sure that I get that. Hold on. To be more precise, when you have a phrase, is there a guideline when to go outside? So no, there's no right or wrong answer to this. That's like saying, is there a right time to add tension? There are definitely like cliched times to add tension or cliched times to go outside of the chord changes, but there's no wrong time or right time. You can go outside of the chord changes whenever. Now, the cliched time is when you are transitioning into something. So if we were playing this chord progression again, 1, 2, 3, just play all C minor pentatonic. Now right here, right, I just played a little A minor thing, this half step above A flat. Keep going. In that moment of transition back to the top of the form, I just played like a, I guess I played like a G. Right? Adds that natural tension that gets released at the top of the bar. Keep going, guys. But you can do that anywhere, so check it out. You can do that like at the top of the phrase. Right? That's not the same thing. That's right in the 1. In, yeah, out. You can build tension for a whole phrase. As long as you resolve it, then you're good to go. You know what I mean? So it can be done anywhere as long as you're in good hands, like as long as you are the good hands, you're fine. As long as you know what you're doing as far as tension and release. If you just throw it in willy-nilly and you don't resolve it, or you overuse it, or you, I don't know if you could underuse it, but you know what I mean? Like, it can be used anywhere. But definitely the most commonplace would be at a moment of transition where where the tension naturally resolves when we turn back around in a cycle of chords or in a form at all, even an A 32 bar jazz standard. Tension naturally resolves out of the bridge, back to the A, out of the last A, back to the top of the form. All good places to play outside. Andres said, when you were messing with Caleb, what exactly were you doing? We were doing the 16th notes, and I was just putting them way behind the beat. And just from his face, I could have been reading into it. But so it was like 1, 2, 3. I was doing this. Now he looks happy. Now he looks happy. But before he was like,
I have resting angry face.
he does have resting angry face. He does have resting angry face. Ronald said, first time I've tried playing along, definitely need to slow it down and practice more. So we appreciate that feedback. Yeah, we're trying not to make it too easy for people who are more advanced, but take it slower for people who are just learning this kind of stuff and need a little bit more time. So thank you for that feedback. That's great stuff. Mustafa says, I'm a 4-month-old player. It's awfully young to be typing on a keyboard. Mustafa, very precocious 4-month-old. My goal is to convert various genre of music into romantic hotel lobby style music. Do I have to start from classical music? Do I have to master sight reading? I don't think so. You can do whatever you want, Mustafa. Hotels are they're very malleable. I don't think you have to start from classical music at all. Just looking at these comments here. Oh, thank you, Vladimir. Yeah, so that outplaying is nothing special. So all I'm doing there, we're in the key of C minor, and we're going from the last chord is C minor, right? And the first chord when we go back is A flat major. All I'm doing is like an A7 sus. I'm just implying that sort of A7 sus kind of feel going back to the A flat. It works 80% of the time. It works every time. It really does. I'm 37 years old at typing. Touche. I like Mustafa too. Oh, great, Johnny. This is what we love to hear. Welcome to the journey. It's a lifetime journey. Come on through. Nicholas says, how do you come up with and practice left-hand voicings in jazz standards? So Nicholas, the key here, if you want to do, like if you have a great bass player and you want to do rootless voicings, all of my rootless voicings are based off of 2 notes, the 3rd and the 7th. So if I have this A flat major 7, actually let's play the changes. 1, 2, 3, and A flat major 7. I'm always going to have, usually always going to have a G and a C. G minor 7, I'm going to have an F and a B flat. F minor 7, E flat and A flat. And for a C minor 7, E flat and B flat. The 3rd and the 7th of each of these. And you can do different inversions, right? This is what we call the shell around here. And these sound good on their own. Like you can get away. But then just adding one pretty note, then add the 9, add the 11, add the 5, the 9 again. So just starting with 3rds and 7ths or 7ths and 3rds, add one pretty note. A 5th is a great note to add. A root is a great note to add somewhere in the chord. A 9, of course, 11 on minor chords, 13s if you're getting a little bit more out there. But yeah, great question. All right, we have 2 minutes left. But I think that's about it. Jason says, Jason in South St. Louis, right? Is that correct, Jason? Are you in South St. Louis? I don't even play piano, and I've been really digging all of this content. I play guitar and steal ideas and concepts. We won't charge you with theft for stealing the piano player's idea. Happens all the time. Honestly, we're totally used to it. Okay. I got a lot of Snickers from these two. Robin says, I'm always surprised how you effortlessly recognize notes as numbers. How long did that take to get to that point? This is all about scales, Robin. So like practicing your scales is more than just a technical exercise. It gets you to know the key that you're in. So I practice diatonic scales, right? Also breaking down chord progressions. What's the 1? What's the 2? What's the 5? What's the 3? What's the 6th in any tune you know? Labeling them as Roman numerals helps you to be able to transpose. And that's how most musicians think about it. Is we think about the Roman numeral of things and we transpose it until it gets really crazy with like, but even if it like goes to a modulation, they're in the key of C minor and it goes to the key of G minor or A minor, right? Goes to a crazy key. Well, now I'm just thinking about A minor as 1. You know what I mean? And I've modulated the Roman numerals over there. Even if I'm going to the 4 chord, I'm thinking about a 2-5 to the 4, right? I'm modulating within that cadence, if that makes sense. So it's just what you can do. You know the easiest way to do this? Grocery store or elevator or in your car or watching Netflix and you hear a song, see if you can identify what the home is, what's the tonic of the song. You don't have to know what the key is. Just identify the 1. This is 1. And then see if you can Roman numeral your way around the song that's playing. You know what I mean? Figure it out. And then you can check yourself on a piano later and you will get way better over time. All right, that's it for us. Thank you all. Again, don't forget to download the PDF. Join us next Wednesday, same time, same channel for Peter Martin here live. This will remain up indefinitely. One more time, give it up for Bob DeBoo on the bass. How about it, y'all? How about it? Thumbs up for Bob DeBoo. Like and subscribe for Bob DeBoo. Like and subscribe for Caleb Kirby on the drums. Very fun to have these guys. What a treat. We'll see if we can talk them into doing this again sometime. Cheers, y'all. I'll see you later.